Hello, we've got some great summer savings going on right now at soulmart.me. For instance, how about Bernadette Morgan with the Vagina Rebound? If you're a lady on your way to have a relationship, this is a reading that will coach you back to where you want to be. Maybe you're shy and don't want to talk to a practitioner. How about DJ David Palmer? He'll make a custom 20-minute MP3 on your chart. Or after the 4th of July, we're happy to announce Act 3 videos are available for immediate download. All that at soulmart.me.
Soul Garden.
Hello my heroes, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki, and I want to give you a special invitation to come on down and set up a tent at soulgarden.me. By the end of 2012, our goal is to build the biggest lightworker marketplace and community on the internet. It is time to unite the light. So come on down, create a profile, get involved, and join my new Unite the Light Club as well, where I'll be reaching out and talking about world topics. It's time we start talking about what to do. Now, there's a lot to do spiritually. Thank goddess this isn't too big of a transit. We are in Cancer, and Cancer is time to catch up with our emotional life. We've had a very rambunctious year, I think is the best way to put it, rambunctious. In this particular week, we're moving now to discover the right emotion to stand in. What is your emotional context going to be that you stand in for the rest of the year? It will take a full week for you to come into what that should be. Last week, if you watch, we were shedding off the context or the emotional sides of ourselves that did not serve us. Now you're looking for ones that do. At the same time, you're also this week looking to develop a self-nurturing ritual that will maintain a context that you want to live in. So on Monday, Chiron rules the day. That means it's time to find integrity between you and the world. It's an emotional ruled day, and the moon is in Sagittarius. So you're a little detached, you're philosophical, your emotions are searching for meaning, you're searching for purpose on Monday. What the hell did I go through that for instance? That would be the emotion searching for meaning and purpose. But ultimately, what you're searching for is synergy. You're searching to feel comfortable at home, comfortable on earth, and comfortable with yourself. And how to find that is entirely up to you. The learning here is to discover what it took for you to feel comfortable and why. That is a clue to the emotional context that you're going to want to live in or not live in, and you get that clue on Monday. On Tuesday, Jupiter rules the day, and we're actually going to be moving into a full moon on this particular day. Now, the full moon happens in the middle of the night for those who are on the United States side. It happens early morning for those who are in Europe. It still affects everyone on the planet. The moon is in Capricorn and crossing over Pluto just before. Now, what that means is we've got a full dose of emotion. That's what a full moon is. So it's 100% emotion. It is always an opposition or tug of war, a full moon, between the sun and the moon. And in your case, it is a tug of war between your emotional needs and your own emotional expectations on yourself in your career. Your emotional expectations on yourself. Now, emotional expectations do not mean what is actually expected of you in the world. It is what you expect of yourself. And with the moon crossing Pluto, it is an invitation by the universe to shed off old emotional expectation of oneself. Now, this may also be emotional expectation of bosses or other coworkers, and maybe you are shedding off that feeling of responsibility, but ultimately it comes down to your responsibility to yourself. So on Tuesday, a full moon means let's release emotional baggage with career, legacy, or expectation of ourselves in our career. What is that doing? That's leaving space for you to develop a better home family foundation, more energy to develop in the potting soil of your soul garden. Career is kind of the fruit that comes out of it, and it will take really letting go and letting it flow. Now, Jupiter ruling the day means that we are exploring the possibilities anyway. The universe is encouraging you to try new things, and it may be standing in a new position, trying a new thing, trying to self-soothe differently, trying a career path a little differently. Jupiter says try things differently in order to maybe lubricate that emotion to go and let it flow. On Wednesday, July 4th, in the United States birthday, by the way, happy birthday, USA, Uranus rules the day, which is ironic. We have an Aquarius moon in the United States, and that means there will be a subtle breakdown on the 4th of July. Now, if you're in the United States, it goes without saying that breakdown will probably just be a holiday faux pas. It kind of falls under that. Sometimes we have breakdown days on holidays, and I've noticed it does cushion the blow to the shift. What it comes down to is you've got to open up yourself to all kinds of possibilities. This is on 4th of July, you opening up to new emotional contexts, shopping new contexts. And you might shop new contexts in lots of ways in this breakdown. You might go to Bob and Cindy's house and see how happy they are. And being a ram, that's like, why can't I have that? Emotional context shift or a breakdown or a little bit of a puff there. But what does it lead to? You shopping where you want to feel, how you want to feel. So it's really all about how you want to feel. The moon is still in Capricorn at this point, so your emotions are still kind of career-based, kind of legacy-based to some degree in the 4th of July. You're looking around going, where the hell's my life? How far have I come? You know, there is maybe a little bit of that kind of processing, but it is about seeing things a little bit differently. Now, strangely enough, you will feel maybe deflated on the 4th of July because Mars goes 0 degrees Libra, which means that your home planet is offline. It also means that your aggressive nature is shifting now to long-term relationships. Let's move on to Thursday. On Thursday, Mercury rules the day. This is our breakthrough day. I think this is the day where we put things together. This is the day after 4th of July where you're maybe processing what the hell did Susie mean by that statement? And you're starting to maybe put it together. Maybe you haven't yet put together why it is that you felt maybe disrupted or something felt off on the 4th of July. But this is the day, Thursday, that you will do that. The moon moves into Aquarius, so emotions shift to your reputation, your social context, your friendships, how you feel you fit in the world. So you'll be feeling how you fit in the world, I think, and that will also give you the space to not take things so personally. And it's really about getting to the bottom of things. Now, cool thing, we have a temporary soul pyramid on Thursday that helps us along, triggered by the moon in Aquarius down to the Jupiter-Venus conjunction going on in Gemini and over to now Mars in Libra. What this means for you on Thursday, part of the putting it together, is maybe you feel your place in the world. The moon, the epicenter, the fastest moving planet, it's always the one that tells the story. But you're feeling your place in the world. But now with Mars in Libra, you're really starting to want to move forward with the appropriate type of relationships with people in the world. And this all comes down to your new thinking in general with Jupiter and Venus. So it's a powerful day on Thursday. Then comes Friday. On Friday, we've got a very nice groovy Friday. I think everyone's going to feel pretty good. You're sunny and social on this day. Venus rules the day, so it's time to restore balance and order to your emotional well-being. And that's what you're focusing on, is your emotional well-being. At the same time, the moon is still in Aqua, so you're able to take it cool, detach from the universe, not take things too personally. And what's interesting is we really have that grand trine breaks down to one trine in particular that I want to point out, and that's between Jupiter and Venus up to now Mars 1 degree Libra. Now this little trine is going to be in play for some time, and what it means is for the next 10 days, I mean after Friday, you are processing two areas of life very quickly. On the one hand, you're thinking differently, you're thinking outside the box, perhaps information is flowing, perhaps truth is coming out of you. This is Jupiter, Venus in the very entry levels of Gemini for you. On the other, this is all trying to Mars in Libra, which means this new thinking is now leading to direct long-term relationship changes. It has been all theory with Saturn. Now that Mars gets on the scene, it ain't theory, it is time to do something about it. Suddenly your patience is gone and will be gone with any LTR unfair situation you've been dealing with, and you might even find anger in these early stages of this trine. So new thinking or new information leads to you moving forward in long-term relationships. Now, by the by, it is Friday, and I want to throw out a new show that I have. It's my own little office hours, and it's called Unite the Light. I'm a tricky one, aren't I? A little foreshadow there in the beginning. But come on down at 12 noon on the soulgarden.me. It is not recorded. It is my office hours, where I'm just going to come and talk about things and have guests that talk about topics. This is the center of our Unite the Light effort in the sense of our first little thing, and it's live and it's not recorded so that I can just do whatever and step away. Part of my new 6th house philosophy. So come on down at 12 noon at soulgarden.me. That is Pacific time. Then we move to Saturday. Saturday is a good day. It's kind of a weird day in the sense that it's a reverse of Saturday, Sunday. Saturday is the spiritual day. Saturday is the Neptune day. The day is ruled by Neptune, and boy is it ever. Now when Neptune rules the day, that's when God is trying to speak to us. That is when the universe or our psychic awareness is on its highest. This is when we have metaphors and we keep seeing the clock at 11:22 and all that sort of thing, right? But not only is it a day of trying to get to the bottom of where you would be happy emotionally, because that's the question. What is the emotional context I want to live on Earth? What is the nest I want to make for myself on Earth. But on top of it, you're also trying to connect to your emotional subconscious. Why? The moon at the same time moves into Pisces, which is Neptune's home, and crosses Neptune, which is Neptune's grand planet, and crosses Chiron. So it is a very spiritual day where it might be the day on Saturday where you really do kind of figure out exactly what you're most comfortable with, which for many Arieses will lead to a lot of decisions. Decisions to move, decisions to break up, decisions to get a better house, decisions to remodel, decisions to change a home situation. So these are big situations. Meditating on Saturday is the best thing to do. And for those of you watched over by the GA agency, I'll be texting you reminders on what to ask your higher self. Then finally Sunday, it is a decision day. Saturn rules the day on Sunday, so it's a day to decide and step. Now in this second chapter of decision time, Saturn, remember chapter 1 was let's decide what we don't want. Chapter 2, let's decide what we should try to manifest. And so on Sunday you are deciding, you know what, I want an emotional context where I always feel peaceful, or I don't have to fight at home, or whatever. But making that decision is setting us up for chapter 3, where we like cast or don't like cast that intention. All right, my heroes, that's all I got for this week. So thank you for watching and coming by. Come on by my new show. Come on by and create a profile so I can email you and remind you of the new show. And I'll see you on Monday with more Live, Love, Be.